please rise and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Welcome to the regularly scheduled meeting of the Attleboro School Committee for May 23rd, 2022. This meeting is being electronically recorded. This is one of, I can't speak for everyone on the committee, but I will say this is absolutely my favorite night of every academic year when we have an opportunity to recognize some of our graduates and some of the educators that have supported them on their journey through the Attleboro Public Schools. So for our Attleboro High School Spotlight event, I will now turn it over to Principal Bill Rudy.
Thank you, Mr. Geddes. Tonight we do have a cross-section of the class of 2022 that we are going to recognize, but I thought that I would start the meeting in the way that we typically start this meeting, which are by offering some really outstanding statistics about this entire class. First of all, the guidance department reports that out of 413 students in the senior class, we received over 1,240 acceptances for those 413 kids. The class of 2022 was accepted at 252 different post-secondary institutions. The class of 2022 is going to ultimately attend 93 different post-secondary institutions. Last Thursday night, we had a very meaningful event that was a collaboration between the Attleboro Public Schools and the Attleboro Scholarship Foundation. That night, we awarded 326 scholarships for a total of $266,834. The most astounding stat about this class is that they have been offered and received $24,101,880 in renewable merit scholarships. Yes. So now we're going to move right into the spotlight, and as I mentioned in the preliminaries, I will call the student up. When I call the student, the staff members that were nominated by that student should just come immediately and stand to their right. We'll read a brief biography of the student, and then the student will have the opportunity to say a few words as well. So without further ado, we'd like to first of all recognize Abigail Pliska. Abby has made a name for herself as a dedicated student, active community member, and student leader. Year in and year out, she not only selects the most challenging classes that Attleboro offers, but she excels in them. Not surprisingly, she also received the AHS Honors Diploma. Sophomore year, Abby was chosen as the Attleboro High School Hugh O'Brien Youth Leadership Foundation representative. This is a nationally recognized leadership workshop. Abby had a great experience and volunteered at the Hugh O'Brien staff her junior year, and she plans to volunteer again this summer. Abby's leadership skills and characteristics are most easily seen in our music program, where she is the drum major, vice president, and chair of the Random Acts of Kindness Committee. She also helped found the middle school outreach program. Abby plans to follow her passion and study music at UConn in the fall. Congratulations, Abby.
Yeah, so as Mr. Rooney was saying, this upcoming fall I plan to major in music education at the University of Connecticut. And for that sort of inspiration, it is these four teachers that are just some of the select few that have inspired me to pursue education going on into college. Starting with elementary school, Miss Nato was one of the most compassionate and caring teachers that I've ever had. She is the reason that I want to be that role model for young kids. I would love to teach music at any sort of level, but elementary school is the level that I would want to teach at, because you showed me that how much of a profound impact that compassion can have on such young kids. Moving on to middle school, Miss Bergeron was there during my most developmental years. English teacher, but she really showed me how to formulate arguments and kind of pave my own way in the world based on what I believed in. She taught me how to write essays, but more importantly, she showed me how to craft a vision for myself moving along into high school and college afterwards. And then finally in high school, I had Mrs. McCarthy and Miss Keene. Miss Keene, I had her my freshman and then junior year, and repeatedly she has fostered an environment that was accepting, supportive, and above all, welcoming. I have loved her class both times I've taken it, and it's been an adventure for the both of us, for sure. And then lastly, I would not be the musician, the leader, or the student that I am without Mrs. McCarthy. She has inspired me to push myself as a musician, not only just with scales or pieces, but also as a role model for my fellow peers in the classroom. So thank you all. I am the student I am today because of all of you. I will be the teacher in the future because of all of you. And I thank you again.
For one moment, I will welcome any comments from members of the committee, but all of the students here tonight and all of the, come back up.
I'm sorry, I didn't know that people were still talking.
And all of the educators are getting certificates. For the students, the certificate reads, the Attleboro School Committee hereby commends the student of the class of 2022 for representing Attleboro High School's 153rd graduating class with great distinction. The governing body of the Attleboro Schools conveys its best wishes for a future defined by happiness and success. The certificate for the educators says the Attleboro School Committee hereby commends the educator for contributions to Attleboro High School's 153rd graduating class. On behalf of the Attleboro community, the governing body of the Attleboro Schools conveys its sincere gratitude to you and your colleagues for engaging, challenging, and inspiring the Attleboro High School class of 2022 throughout their time in the Attleboro Public Schools. Both certificates are signed by Stephen K. Withers, Jr., Chairman of the Attleboro School Committee. Is there any comments or questions from the committee? Excellent. Thank you, Mr. Rooney.
Thank you. Our next honoree is Caroline Butler. Caroline is an amazing student who has dedicated her time to passion for music. It is her goal to become a middle or high school band director. She has been a member of the Attleboro High School marching, concert, and jazz bands for all 4 years. She has taken the leadership role in the band through being a class officer, section leader, head drum major, and president of the band as a senior. She has pursued a rigorous academic course schedule as an honors diploma recipient, and always goes above and beyond. Her passion is obviously music, and she has pursued independent studies in music to perfect her talents. She has been a member of Best Buddies throughout high school as well. She has made significant commitments outside of Attleboro through employment and her commitment to the Jamestown Community Band. She intends to study music education at the University of New Hampshire. Congratulations, Caroline.
Hi, thank you, school committee, for this honor. As Mr. Rooney just said, my passion is music, and that started at the elementary level with Mrs. Gianetti. Though I never would have guessed 8 years later I'd be studying music, it is because of your passion for the excitement of music that it sparked my love for it, and it's kind of what launched me into band and where I am today. So for middle school, I invited Miss Casey here today. She was the art teacher, and although I was never the most artistic, she was she was my school mother, as I like to call her, all throughout middle school. I knew I could always go to her classroom just to hang out, or when I wanted to turn one of my crazy ideas into a real tangible object, including an 8-foot arc. And lastly, I invited Miss McCarthy here today because she is the reason I am here today. Not to get emotional, but she's what inspired me to pursue music. And it is my greatest hope that one day I inspire my future students as much as you've inspired me. So.
Our next honoree is Trinity Harrison. An honors diploma recipient, Trinity embodies a multitude of traits that will serve her well in the future. She is affable, studious, energetic, committed, persistent, down to earth. The list goes on and on. During her time at AHS, she has served on the Student Equity Council, was nominated treasurer for all 4 years on class council, and captained our field hockey team, for which she also played all 4 years. Additionally, she participated in unified track, works part-time, and is an accomplished Irish step dancer. She intends to study neuroscience and enroll at Emmanuel College. Congratulations, Trinity.
Thank you. First off, I'm kind of recovering from a cold, so I'm sorry for my voice. Thank you guys, obviously, for holding this and recognizing us. It means a lot. And I'm a talker, so I'll try to keep it short. So none of my elementary school teachers are here, which is okay. I only have 2 people. But starting in middle school, I had Mr. Simone in 6th grade, and obviously I want to study science, I want to do neuroscience, and at that level we weren't really touching upon neuroscience, but it was one of the first times that we got to have some hands-on experience and kind of like a lab more setting, and I just remember being so excited and feeling welcome in our classroom, and I just remember the morning news in that class, and it just had a good energy first thing in the morning, and it made me excited to learn and be a hands-on learner. And then Ms. Bissett kind of has the upper hand right now because she's my AP Psych teacher, and I'm doing neuroscience and psychology, so she had a leg up to begin with. But her class obviously excited me a lot, and throughout the year, Ms. Bissett and I have gotten really close. She's been one of those people that I can genuinely turn to when I need help beyond my classwork and just help on a day-to-day basis. Even today, I was after school ranting in her class. So I really appreciate not only the educational push that she's given me, but also just the welcoming, loving environment, and I really thank you for that, so thank you.
I'd like to call up Olivia Massandrea. Olivia is highly dedicated to inclusivity and serving others. In addition to earning a high GPA and being a member of the National Honor Society, Olivia has been the vice president of Best Buddies for 2 years, is a coordinator and volunteer for Project Unite and Special Olympics,
helps out in the special education classrooms, and participates with Unified Track. She is also very involved with the YMCA as the vice president of the YMCA Leadership Club, summer camp counselor, and an after-school program volunteer. She has also been on the varsity swim team for 4 years and is a senior captain. She plans to attend the University of Vermont for psychology. Congratulations, Olivia. Forgot what I was doing.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for having me here. I'm so grateful. This is such an awesome opportunity. I invited Mrs. B. She was my kindergarten teacher, and you'd think, oh, kindergarten, you don't remember anything from that, but I do remember her positivity and kindness to all the students, which is why I invited her here. I also invited Mrs. Howes. She actually witnessed me break my first bone, which really helped us have a great bond, because I couldn't write for a very long time, so she helped me with that. I invited Mrs. Bergeron. Not only was she my 7th grade writing teacher, I also had her my senior year for TV and radio broadcasting. And it's funny because she helped me write my college essay, which I am so proud of, and I love it so much. Makes sense because she was my writing teacher and she helped me write my college essay, so very happy about that. And then I invited Miss Faulkner because she helped me grow on a non-academic basis, and she helped me come up with like leadership skills and expand my leadership, and I'm very grateful for that within swim team and Project Unite and Special Olympics, so very happy about that. And then I also invited Mrs. Enos, who I love so much. She has been with me since my freshman year, and she also helped me have a leadership position in Best Buddies as vice president, which I love. It's so fun. And I also am as class aide in her classroom this trimester, and it's been so much fun. I've learned so much from her, and she's just such an intelligent person. So yeah.
Thank you. The next student we will recognize is Christopher Leonardo. Chris is a hardworking, high-performing student and athlete who has pursued a rigorous schedule throughout high school. His intelligence, determination, and work ethic are showcased in the classroom and on the field. He is a 4-year member of the Attleboro High School football and track programs, as well as a member of National Honor Society. He is the recipient of the Attleboro High School Honors Diploma. After graduation, he will study economics at Marist College in Poughkeepsie, New York, where he will also play for the D1 Red Foxes football team. Congratulations, Chris.
First of all, I'd just like to thank the committee for having me here today for this honor. Thank you, guys. I'd like to thank Ms. Howes first, and my 4th grade teacher. I really had a blast in that class, especially with geometry. Really helped spark my love for geometry, which I still have today. I'd also like to thank Mrs. Sissio. She really got me into math and pretty much helped me choose the major I have today for economics. And lastly, I'd like to thank my guidance counselor, Ms. Simon, which, I mean, as you would guess, she helped guide me through through high school and into college. I'm really grateful for all of you. Thank you, guys.
Our next honoree is Frederick Wheaton. As Freddie's former guidance counselor said, Freddie has an academic drive that is unmatched and a charismatic personality that allows him to lead with ease. Freddie is an exceptional student, a gifted athlete, and a natural leader. He was overwhelmingly chosen for the DAR Good Citizen Award by his peers and embodies the qualities this prestigious award seeks to reward: dependability, service, leadership, and patriotism are the foundation for all DAR Good Citizen Award winners, and Freddie has thoroughly demonstrated all of these qualities in our Blue Pride community. Freddie will be attending the Coast Guard Academy upon graduation. Congratulations, Freddie.
All right, thank you to the committee again and all the teachers that you see up here today, starting with Ms. Cowett and my kindergarten teacher. I remember every day going into kindergarten and just being excited to be there. I remember on the last day, as my mom will tell you, that I cried and cried and cried because I did not want to leave kindergarten. And Ms. Cowett was the reason for that, because she made school fun, she made it engaging, and that was the base of my love for education. And her lessons that she taught me at that young age carried through with me for the rest of my years in high school, middle school, and for the rest of my life. Next up for middle school, I have Ms. Gorman and Ms. Everhart. Ms. Gorman, I had both of them for 2 years actually, which was very, very lucky. So I got to create, deep relationships with them, and I appreciated all the things that they did for me. Middle school was really, really fun, and both of these teachers had such strong impacts on me, and I really appreciate the both of them for that. And then from high school, I have Ms. Germain and I have Ms. Krieger. Ms. Germain, I actually first met when I was 5 years old and she was 18 at Camp Finberg. And since then, I had her in sophomore year and then again in senior year. Ms. Germain helped me so much with my essays for the Coast Guard Academy, which the prompts are very difficult, so I appreciated her help with that. And then I have Ms. Krieger, who, if any of you know Ms. Krieger, you know that she is the kindest, sweetest, and most loving person that you've ever met. And I will always remember her for that and take those characteristics with me for the rest of my life. So, thank you.
Our next honoree is Jarrell Alexandra. There she is. Jarrell is a hardworking and dedicated student who is passionate about his future. He is always willing to help others and always has a positive attitude. He was selected as the House 2 Student of the Month due to his dedication and work ethic. Jarrell has been a lifetime member of the Boy Scouts, and he has done significant community service through this organization. His Eagle Scout project focused on landscaping and a cleanup of a North Providence landmark. Jarrell is a motivated, kind, and dedicated student. He intends to study business and sports management at Clemson University. Congratulations and go Tigers.
So first, I want to thank the committee for honoring me and my fellow classmates. So first, I'll start with, I invited Miss Everhart and Miss Gorman. They were my middle school teachers, and English was not my strongest class, and they helped me get through what was a challenging English class for me. And then I invited Mrs. Sawyer. If I had any problems or I had to ask any questions, she was always there. And I really want to thank you for being someone that I could fall back on and ask any questions I needed. And lastly, I invited Mrs. Buckman. She's my guidance counselor. She's helped me throughout all 4 years of my high school career. And I don't know where I'd really be without her, especially choosing for what I am going for college. And I am very excited, and thank you guys a lot.
Our next honoree is Kaylee Martinez. Kaylee is a hardworking, resilient, and exceptionally kind student, serving as a student leader in many school organizations. She was the stage manager for this year's drama club production of Xanadu and is also the treasurer of the club, with previous responsibilities as assistant stage manager and stage crew in her earlier career. She also won an award this year for stage management at a local high school theater showcase. She is a member of Mock Trial and pursues several artistic hobbies in her free time, such as painting and photography. She is also the secretary for Skills USA and a student in the graphic design CTE program. Her goal is to attend college for graphic design and education so that she can hopefully return to AHS as a graphic design teacher in future years. She is currently planning to get a start on this goal at Bristol Community College next year and then transfer to a 4-year college. Congratulations, Kaylee.
Thank you so much to the school committee for having me here. It's such an honor. There are many people here that I see that I adore, but the people that are up here are like the main ones that I say would have changed my life. Starting with elementary school, Miss B, my elementary school music teacher, she's the one that gave me like my love for music. She's the one that taught me how to play the piano, and I've been playing ever since. Without music, I don't know how I would truly get through life. Then my kindergarten teacher, Miss Abreu, which, oh my God, hi. I haven't seen her since probably since I left elementary school. She was just the sweetest lady. I would come to class every day so excited. I love learning, and I truly think that she is where I got that passion from. She was my kindergarten teacher, which is hard to do because, kids. And she is truly what I think a teacher truly is. Next is middle school. Before I talk about Miss Stevenson, there was someone else that I put down that unfortunately couldn't attend. His name was Mr. Bowie. Everyone remembered him as like just the sweetest, kindest soul. And unfortunately, his passing affected us all. But he will like always be remembered as one of the best people to ever attend WMSUTA. He like truly changed all his students' lives. Miss Stevenson was my middle school art teacher. She, I believe, is what truly made me like grow up and like be a woman. She is so passionate about activism and also art. Obviously, she's an art teacher. She's so kind, but so fierce. And I absolutely love that about her, and I think that carried on to me and made me want to be more confident. And then for high school, Miss Hodges and Miss Thompson, who I'm naming at the same time because they're like the exact same person. I truly could not have survived high school without these two. They were like mothers to me. They basically raised me through my high school career. And whenever I was like sad or had a problem, I could always go to them. I saw them every day freshman year, every day sophomore year. And I went from freshman year where I felt, stupid and dumb to going to AP and honors classes. And I truly think that is because of them that I am in the place that I am now. And I am like forever grateful for you too. Thank you.
Our next honoree is Katarina Trieb. Kat is a natural leader and has proven this since day one. She wasted no time getting involved freshman year, and even then was a consistent, smiling volunteer at school events. Throughout high school, her commitment to service and the community has been unparalleled. While she is involved in so much at the school, most notable is her work as president of student council, her place on the student advisory board, where she presents at school committee meetings, her efforts as a 2-season track athlete, and her commitment as an invaluable classroom assistant to a number of teachers. Each year, she challenges herself with honors and advanced placement classes and has earned the prestigious honors diploma. Kat will study education at Merrimack College in the fall. Congratulations, Kat.
So first off, I'd like to thank the school committee for nominating me, even if I truly be here on a Monday night at 7 o'clock. So first off, I'd like to thank Mr. Atkinson for being there when I first transferred to Coelho Middle School during my 8th grade year. He constantly provided me with the support I needed and the necessities I needed to be successful. And after deciding to transfer, he always made sure that everything was going smoothly and it was all a successful 8th grade year. And next, I'd like to thank KP for being the best student council advisor I could have and supporting me endlessly over the past 4 years, especially as student council president. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for her. And lastly, I'd like to thank Coach Whitefield for the support and encouragement over the past 4 years, especially with long jump and triple jump during both my winter and spring track seasons. Not only does he support me, but he supports the entire track team, and his commitment to the team is something that I look forward to fostering next year as I go into education and throughout the rest of my life. Thank you.
Our next recipient is Maya Elho. An honors diploma recipient, Maya has been a Project Unite coordinator since she was a sophomore, has served the past 2 years as secretary and vice president, respectively, in Girl Up, attended the Skills USA Leadership Conference the past 2 years, sits on the Student Advisory Council and presents at each of our school committee meetings, is the 4-year captain of her competitive dance team, and has been interning at the Attleboro Arts Museum since she was a freshman as part of a teen art program. She intends to study art education and graphic design at the Massachusetts College of Art. Congratulations, Maya. Thank you.
I would first like to thank the committee for inviting me here today and honoring me with the spotlight. So first, for my elementary school, I have Miss Hopkins. She was my 4th grade teacher. I remember all the time, every day during my recess, I would come to her classroom and I would help her staple papers, organize and grade, and I would love every minute of it. And she's truly the reason why I love reading. To Mrs. Greening, she is my 5th grade teacher. She was the first teacher I met when going into middle school, and the very first day we met, we instantly had a connection. We both love organization, and I will always remember her class. To Ms. Gorman, thank you for always empowering me and really embracing my culture. It was such an important time for me, and I really appreciate all you did. Finally, to Ms. Julian, she is my graphic design teacher. I'm so thankful for everything that you've done in teaching me in graphic design. You're so integral in my career, and I would not be here with all the opportunities that I've had without you. Thank you so much.
Our next honoree is Christian Dame. Christian is an incredible student who has achieved great success in his academics as well as his extracurriculars. Christian embodies what it means to be a leader by his actions. He is genuine, compassionate, and will go above and beyond of what is expected of him. As an honors diploma recipient, Christian has pushed himself intellectually in the classroom and has taken those skills to his extracurricular activities. Christian was selected for the Leadership Conference Massachusetts Boys State, as well as serving as an MIAA student ambassador. He is very devoted to his athletic career, as evidenced by the fact that he's still in his baseball uniform, and being a 3-sport athlete in football, basketball, and baseball. Christian volunteers with the homeless and with youth basketball, serving in his community. Christian is an incredibly mature, motivated, and determined student who leads by example. Christian intends to study civil engineering at the University of Rhode Island. Congratulations, Christian.
Thank you, Council, for having me up here. I don't really speak a lot. So I'll just start with Ms. Abreu, my kindergarten teacher. She was the first experience that I had in Attleboro Public Schools, and I think I just made a lot of early memories there. One of the things I think I'll never forget from her class is learning my left and rights. So, thank you. Mrs. Lusk, I had her for both 3rd and 4th grade. That's something that she used to do. And I think that was really important because at such an early age, I was able to have a good relationship with a teacher. It wasn't just me, everyone else in her class. One thing I won't forget from her class is the Charlotte's Web play. Everyone had to do it, so. Moving on to high school. Mr. Reed, I regret that I wasn't able to take his class for all of my remaining 3 years, but when I did have him, he was a great teacher, a great personality. When we went into full remote, he was the only teacher whose class had their cameras on and had their microphone on, and I think that was really just because of the culture that he created in the class. And I'm sure his other students would agree. And finally, Ms. Isafo, I have her now for AP Calculus. I've had her for the past 3 years. And I think I owe a lot of my growth and success in math to her. Thank you, Ms. Isafo.
Didn't you already get one? Okay. Our next honoree is Emma Boss. Emma is an incredible student in the criminal justice CTE program and was selected as one of only 50 Massachusetts Association of Vocational Administrators Outstanding Vocational Technical Student Award winners. Emma is a kind, intelligent, motivated, and compassionate student who has demonstrated her vast knowledge and talents both inside and outside of the classroom. Emma is the captain of the mock trial team and has been a 4-year athlete in lacrosse. And she has accumulated many community service hours by volunteering at a summer camp for several years for children with disabilities. In her spare time, Emma earned the honors diploma. Emma intends to study criminology and data analysis at Florida Southern College. Congratulations.
First, I'd like to thank the school committee for allowing me here to share my spotlight with all my fellow classmates. And I'd also like to say sorry to all the teachers that I couldn't invite to be up here, because if I could have, I would have invited all of you. So, moving on, I'd first like to thank Ms. Cowett, who is my kindergarten teacher. As Freddie mentioned earlier, I remember every day of your class. I remember doing butterfly paintings with her hands and digging through the sandbox and sitting on the alphabet rug and building relationships that I still have to this day. Next, moving on to middle school, I transferred back to the Attleboro schools from FRCS with Kat in 7th grade, and having Miss Jackson and Miss Everhart both for 2 years was something I was really fortunate to be able to have both of you. Starting with Miss Everhart, I feel like you were one of the teachers that really always pushed me to do my best. Coming from the charter school, it was more expected that we do our best, but with Miss Everhart, it was more personal that she wanted me to do my best. It wasn't making sure everyone has the same expectations. She had her expectations for me, and that really helped me be where I am today in the high school. And Miss Jackson also helped me being an art teacher. She helped me express my creative side and kind of showed me that I can do more than I think I can if I put my mind to it. And something most people don't know about me is I actually do a lot of paintings now. And that all started with Miss Jackson letting me paint a mural on the wall in Brennan. Moving on to high school, starting with Miss Isafo. I had Miss Isafo in 8th grade, in the 8th grade algebra class. And then I had her again freshman year, I think again sophomore year, and part of junior year as well. And Miss Isafo taught me one of the most important lessons I learned in high school, which was never to be afraid to be myself. Miss Isafo would randomly stand up on the desks and start tap dancing or singing or writing out the most random problems on the board that no one understood. But that taught me that if I'm not being myself, then what am I doing? And that really stuck with me, how important that lesson was. So thank you for that. And finally, last but not least, Mr. Reed. I've had him for the past 3 years in criminal justice. He convinced me to join the mock trial team, which is where I found my passion for justice and for the law, and is the reason that I'm going on to school for criminology. I think you definitely don't get enough credit as you deserve, Mr. Reed. He's done so much for me in the past 3 years, more than almost any other teacher with the combined 3 years. And I just really like to say thank you, because I don't think enough people thank you for everything you do for us. Thank you.
Oh, thanks so much. Sorry. She calls me Jackson.
Our next honoree is Arjun Sadani. Arjun is a proactive, goal-oriented, highly motivated person who is very interested in business and finance. He has successfully completed many AP and dual enrollment courses and currently works as an intern in the AHS branch of the Bristol County Savings Bank. Arjun plans to enroll at either Bentley University or UMass Amherst in the fall, where he will pursue a degree in finance. Congratulations.
I just want to thank the committee for having me here and just giving me a chance to see all the teachers that had an impact on me through elementary, middle, and high school before I go to college. But I decided on where I'm going. It was I'm going to the Eisenberg for finance. But yeah, one of the thank you. So from elementary, Miss Durkee wasn't able to join us today, but she was one of the first teachers that had one of the biggest impacts on me. So when my sister was born, me and my twin went to India with my grandparents to live there for like 5-6 years. And when me and my twin came back, we had no idea how to speak English, not even one hint of it. Whenever we spoke, two of the other kids was like blah, 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 because we had no idea how to speak English. So my mom was always worried, saying like, oh, are you sure they'll be good? Are you sure they'll be successful in the school system? And Miss Durkee always assured my mom that, yeah, they'll be good. They will be able to learn fast, be able to succeed. And she really made sure that me and my brother could speak English. Like, she was there. She was like always just like encouraging us, just like teaching us basic words. It was like she was there. But then, yeah. But then I had Miss Lusk in 3rd and 4th grade. She was an amazing teacher. She was like a well-rounded teacher, but one subject that I loved most in her class was math. It was always me and Christian competing for the who could finish like the math math sheets the fastest. It was like multiplication. I think you had a minute to complete them, and if you got one wrong, you're out. But at the end, he did beat me. But it was close. It was close. And then I just want to thank her for just like always encouraging us, like teaching us higher advanced math, because she saw that me and Christian were capable of learning all that. So she would always just encourage us to like learn and push us to the full ability and potential that we had. And she had a school store where like if you're being good, she would like give you like coins or something that you could spend at the school store. So that was another good motivation to like try in that class. Then for middle school, we have Mr. Duquette. What can I say? Like, look at him. Just look at him. Look at him. You could tell that he's like one of the nicest guys you'll meet. So he was my 7th grade history teacher. So yeah, he was my 7th grade history teacher, and he just made history fun. Like, instead of just being textbooks and quizzes and making history boring, he had this Roman Empire simulation where you were placed into families, and with like 4 other groups, you were your goal was to have the most like coins, or like euros or whatever. Honoros, yeah, that. And then, so basically, you were supposed to complete homework on time. You did competitions, like races and all that, just so your family could get the most euros. And then at the end, whoever had the most, he would give them restaurant party to wherever they wanted their food from. So that was just a fun way to learn how history, and basically just how we could work in a team setting and just like push each other to succeed and just finish their tasks so we all can succeed together. Then in high school, I had Miss Isafo. I had her in pre-calc, but that was during COVID time. So whenever pre-calc came on, I was just like sleeping through the class. So once I enrolled into AP Calc in 12th grade, and I was like, oh shoot, I have no idea what I'm doing. I was like, game over already. I had like no idea what I was doing. So I opened my Aspen, and then I looked at my teachers, and it was Miss Isafo. I was more reassured that I had somewhat of a chance to like be successful in that class. And she did an absolute amazing job. Like on the first day, we were reviewing pre-calc and stuff. It was like unit circles and sines and cosine. And I see all my classmates just going at it, hamming it, just like reviewing it. And I'm like, what? Like, what is, like, I was like, what? So, like, she really, not like an hour, she stayed hours after school with me and taught me how to just went with me slowly, step by step, slowly at my speed, just on how to complete the problems, how to look at the problems, and just how to analyze and do the problems. And that really helped me at the AP test. Like, some kids I felt like were like shaken, but I felt like I did really good on the exam. So from like being like nothing, like knowing nothing, to like doing good. So I was happy with that. So thank you, Ms. Isafo, again, for just really putting countless hours into me and just like into my education, for helping me succeed. Last but not least, I have Mr. Sevier. Like, again, what can I say? Look at him. Just look at him. Spanish was something that was out of my comfort zone, and it was something that I didn't want to like really try into because it was out of my comfort zone. But he really made Spanish fun with not just, again, textbooks and quizzes and all that, but like Friday SpongeBob videos in Spanish, so you could learn Spanish from SpongeBob and like Patrick and like all them. So he really tried to push me out of my comfort zone and learn Spanish, all how to how to do like the conjugations and like eddies, do's, and all that. And it was like a fun class. And he also helped me get a start into real estate, because I also was looking to be a real estate agent. And his wife happens to be a real estate agent. So I was like, he put me on with like a really good school where I could get my classes done, and I got my classes done. Now I just have to take my exam that I can get certified as a real estate agent. But he was gonna help me, like, he said, whenever you need anything, even my wife can just help you get started. And I was like, that's a good start, so thank you again for that. And one more teacher that I would like to recognize that wasn't able to make it was Mr. DiBiasio. Like, he was my 8th grade history teacher, and then to raise funds for the 8th grade, like the class, we had a snack store. So in the morning, we'd basically open up in all the grades and had all the snacks and just convince like the students, oh, you should get Cheez-Its or a Gatorade to fuel yourself throughout the day. So I just loved like talking to the students, and like, hey, you should get a Cheez-Its, like $1. You could get like some good like not healthy, but like some food into your system. So it was just fun. He taught me how to do margins and calculating profits and like doing inventory and all that. So it was just another thing that sparked my interest for business. So, but what can I say? History teachers are like the best, I feel. They're like the coolest. I'm joking, but like they are one of the coolest guys you'll meet. History teachers are amazing. So yeah, and thank you guys for the opportunity for me to see them again. So thank you guys. Thank you.
Our next honoree is Corinne Whiting. Corinne is an admirable young woman whose resolute determination allows her to push herself to new limits and advocate for herself along the way to reach the goals that she sets for herself. Her personal characteristics demonstrate that she can manage the delicate balance of real life and the academics and, social and sports of school. She is on top of everything and is the most organized person that anybody's ever seen at Attleboro High School. She's a 4-year member of mixed chorus and plays lacrosse. She's a 2-year member of swim team and has been part of both the Leo Club and the Ski and Snowboarding Club. She intends to study physics at the University of South Alabama. Congratulations, Corinne.
Hi everyone, thank you for having me and thank you all for coming. And I'm so excited to see every single one of you. Starting with elementary school, Miss Delpap, I just saw you the other day actually, because she did the most thoughtful thing and had us write letters to ourselves in 4th grade that we just got to open the other day. For some reason I wrote that I wanted a Honda Element and like a bunch of weird things, and I wanted to type fast on a computer, but no matter what I wrote, that was just the best idea, and she was the sweetest teacher. Mrs. Spellman, you are so enthusiastic about every single thing. But I absolutely love your enthusiasm for teaching. It was only 2nd grade, but even at that point, you were able to jumpstart everyone's love for learning. Every single person in the class would agree, and you were just so enthusiastic, and it helped everyone. As for middle school, hi Mr. Nolan. Because of you, I made it through honors pre-calc this year. Prior to your class, math was by far my hardest, and maybe it might still be, but I actually made it through, and your class was so rigorous that it helped me take honors math and stuff like that in high school. So I was able to pick up on things a lot faster, like the study islands really helped actually, even though I hated them at the time. But thank you for that, it was extremely helpful. And high school, Miss Silva, hey. Another teacher that is just so enthusiastic about teaching. She wrote a college recommendation for me. She's been a teacher that I can go to about personal issues or school issues. Just so caring and willing to go the extra mile for every single student if you reach out. So thank you for that. And Mrs. Medeiros, love you too. We were tight on the Europe trip because after every day of the Europe trip, I would come back, my feet were hurting, and she would just give me a long, motherly hug, and it was so sweet. But as for academics, she made me love learning Spanish. I took it all 4 years honors, and that was one of my favorite classes. I absolutely loved learning Spanish because of her. And in the classroom, she was both academically challenging and had us memorize and learn new concepts all the time, but was also willing to let students talk about whatever they needed, on a personal level about college, family, and stuff like that. So thank you for that as well. And thank you all.
Our next honoree is Ethan Sylvia. Ethan is an all-around outstanding person. He earns excellent grades in challenging classes and will earn his CTE certificate from the Computer Information Systems program. Outside the classroom, Ethan has lettered 4 times as a 3-season runner and served as captain of the AHS cross-country and winter and spring track programs. He is a member of the National Honor Society and Spanish National Honor Society, as well as being an honors diploma recipient. Thoughtful, soft-spoken, and always polite, Ethan has made his mark at Attleboro High School. He will attend the Rochester Institute of Technology in the fall, where he will study computer engineering. Congratulations, Ethan.
I'd like to thank the committee for giving me this opportunity. And I'll start off with middle school with Miss Jackson, the only one here. But, besides teaching, she was always someone there who was really kind and I could rely on during my 4 years at Brennan if I was having a tough time. And besides that, the other people who couldn't make it, Mr. Oliver, my gym teacher at Brennan, he was the one who really got me into sports and recommended me to do track. And if I had never done that, my high school career would have been very different. And I'd also like to thank my CIS teacher, Mr. B. He really made me realize my passion and what I wanted to do for a career. And I'd be really lost without him as well. Yeah.
Our next honoree is Alvin Harrison. Alvin is one of those students that has the ability to light up any room. He is kind, resilient, personable, and has an awesome sense of humor. Throughout high school, Alvin has learned to become an awesome advocate for both himself and others and has enjoyed participating in both Special Olympics and Best Buddies. Alvin is a strong student who works very hard in the classroom, but where Alvin really shines is on the football field and the basketball court. He is a 3-sport athlete in football, basketball, and track and field, and captain of both football and basketball. Next year, Alvin plans to continue both his educational and athletic career by playing football at Bridgewater State University. Congratulations, Alvin.
I thank the committee for having me. Hold on. Stop. Sorry, you start. I thank the committee for having me here today. So we have Miss Haven, my elementary school art teacher. So when I was younger, I wanted to be an artist. I had to drive to be an artist, but that didn't work out too well. I was real bad at art, real bad. But Miss Haven was always there. She was a really fun teacher to have. So I thank you for having me here at class. So now we have my high school teachers, Miss Shirk and Miss Sawyer. I never had Miss Sawyer for a teacher, but I'm kind of disappointed to have her. Really awesome lady. Always after me. I see her 3 times a day, every single day. And I thank you for seeing me every day, Miss Sawyer. Now Miss Shirk.
4 more days.
4 more days. Now Miss Shirk. Miss Shirk's like a second mom to me. I see her all day, every day, in the hallways, going to the bathroom, everywhere. Not in the bathroom, yeah, Miss Shirk, I see her on football and basketball, and she's always getting after me saying, you're playing bad, you suck, but pick it up. She knows I'm a good athlete and good student, and I thank you guys for keeping me in check at school.
We have 2 honorees left, and we will start with the Salutatorian of the Attleboro High School class of 2022, John Bluen. Jack is an exceptional student that has devoted himself to his school and community through his academics, service, leadership, and dedication. As an honors diploma recipient, he has excelled academically by taking the most rigorous courses and has gone above and beyond in the classroom due to his passion for learning. During his time at AHS, he has been a member of the soccer and track teams for all 4 years. As a senior, he was named captain for track and was one of the recipients of the Hockomock Scholar Athlete Award. Jack has a passion for helping others and has coordinated many community service initiatives in our area through his church. He is always genuine in his efforts and truly wants to grow personally through his education and helping others. He perpetually pursues learning anything and everything from computer science to new languages. He intends to study economics at Brown University. Congratulations, Jack.
Thank you, Mr. Rooney. Thanks to the committee for honoring me today. It really means a lot to be recognized for all the hard work that I put in. And I also wanted to give some recognition to some of the people that were most impactful to me during my 12 years in the Attleboro public school system. So starting out with my elementary teachers, Miss Bassler and Miss Gordon, they both gave me the great start that I believe got me going, and I think elementary years are some of the most crucial time in a student's development, and I don't think I'd be here today without these 2 teachers. And Miss Gordon actually continues to help me out with one of my community service projects in which I deliver cards to the elderly housing homes in the area, and she has her class make different holiday-themed cards for all the elderly. So thank you for that, too. Next, I invited Mr. Ben Harris and Mr. Riley because they fostered a love for learning through the engaging projects they did. And Mr. Ben Harris was my 7th grade history teacher, and he had some of the funnest projects I've ever done, particularly the action figure Greek mythology. If you still have it, I'd like it back.
Let's see what I can do.
Pretty good Hercules I made. But yeah, they both pushed me to my intellectual and creative limits. Mr. Riley, I was lucky to have him twice when I was at Attleboro High School. Once as a freshman in physics, and I actually was lucky to have him as a senior this year in Earth and Space Science. So what I love about Mr. Riley is that I think he truly cares about his students and their learning, and he just wants to see everyone prosper. And then finally, the last nominee I have is Mr. Piasecki. To me, I know him as Coach Piasecki. He's one of the first people that I got to know when I came to Attleboro High School as a freshman. He was my freshman soccer coach. He gave me the confidence I needed to grow as a player, and he showed me to never give up. And I still see him in the halls, and he always checks in on me. So thank you, everybody.
Our last honoree is the valedictorian of the Outermore High School class of 2022, Ella Lynch Bartek. Quite simply, Ella is a standout student. Her quest for learning and excellence is tireless. She took 8 advanced placement courses during her time at AHS and excelled in all of them. On the local level, she earned the prestigious honors diploma at Attleboro, and on a national level, she earned the immense honor of being named a National Merit Commended Scholar in the 2022 National Merit Scholarship Program. Outside of academics, Ella stands just as tall. She is involved in a plethora of school activities, and a theme of leadership runs through her involvement. She is president of the Best Buddies Club, senior class president, and has been voted captain in both the swim and tennis teams at AHS. She was a recipient of the Hockomock Scholar Athlete Award, and she will major in chemistry and psychology at the College of the Holy Cross in the fall. Congratulations, Ella.
Thank you so much for awarding me with this honor. I really am beyond grateful for all of the teachers I've had and all that they have done, even if they aren't standing up here. To start with Miss Sawyer, she's actually never been my teacher, but she coached me for 4 years, so that's basically worse. Has been an incredible support throughout the last 4 years and really nothing short of an amazing coach, and has done just so much for me. Miss Ramos, my 8th grade science teacher, she was the first one who made me love science, which I'm now majoring in, so I first credit her to that. And then Miss Andrade is just an amazing class advisor. She's done so much for our class and cares so deeply about every student that she has and really just has done so much. So thank you so much. These teachers, among so many others, have really been the backbone to my time in Attleboro Public Schools. So thank you.
I think just listening to the testimonials of these young people is evidence of the powerful teaching and learning that takes place in Attleboro at all 3 levels. And so let's offer one more warm round of applause for all of our recipients. And with that, I'll turn the program back over to the Vice Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Rooney. I've made a lot of notes and I'm still composing my thoughts, so I'll actually open it up to the committee for any thoughts anyone might have. No one's been. Thank you, Ms. Johnson.
You're welcome, Mr. Geddes. So again, I just want to take a moment to thank the students for all of their kind words and taking the time to honor their students. And once again, to thank all the teachers and all the educators and all the coaches in this room for truly inspiring our students. So thank you for that.
Mr. Storrs?
Thank you, Mr. Geddes. I love this night too. This just shows what a teacher can mean to a student and how that's going to affect them for the rest of their life. I mean, every one of us can think back to when we were kids and those teachers that did that, for us. And that's all of you for them. And that's an amazing thing. So thank you all for what you do every day.
Thank you. I think when this committee and the administration thinks of a portrait of a graduate, tonight is what we're envisioning. We've heard a number of different academic interests, CTE programs, athletics, arts, some amazing accomplishments from all of you, a variety of colleges and universities that you're planning to attend, including military service, and in a variety of different fields. So credit to all of you students. You make us proud, and I'm sure you will continue to make us proud in the years to come. Educators, I know this is a student spotlight, but most of the time was spent talking about you, and that's very well deserved. You are a key cog in their success, and you really help the system achieve everything that it achieves year in and year out. Some of you have been before us on these nights before. For some of you, this is the first time. Some of you, I was in your classrooms. Some of you, I was in classrooms with you. So thank you for continuing to serve this community and these students with everything you have. And some folks that didn't get a lot of mention but are here tonight are the families. Thank you for all you do to support your students at all ages and at all levels. This district goes a long way based on how you do everything you do to help your students succeed. So I want to express a sincere thank you to all of you. If anyone did not get a certificate tonight, but should have, please see Judy Nelson afterwards. And I think we got everybody covered, but just in case, please see Judy Nelson afterwards and we'll make sure that we get something to you. We do have 2 business items, so I am going to ask that everybody just stay seated for a few minutes while we take care of those before we adjourn the meeting. Moving on to our business agenda. First, we have a motion to approve the facilities management proposal received from Sodexo on May 16, 2022 in the amount of $9,768,826 for 3 years.
So moved.
Second.
Any questions or discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. The second motion is a motion to grant Barfly LLC permission as requested by Lila Baptista to serve beer and wine in Attleboro High School during the Lights Out extravaganza on Saturday, June 18, 2022.
So moved.
Second.
I'll just make one quick comment. This is required as part of the process for the licensing permit from the city to be approved. As an update on the event, we are getting closer. Tonight, I did learn that ticket sales for the event will close 2 weeks prior to the event. So if you are interested in attending the Lights Out extravaganza, please plan to purchase your tickets before June 4th. Please don't wait until June 4th. Even worse, don't wait until June 5th or later. So please plan to purchase those before June 4th. Any questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. We do have an executive session listed on the agenda, but Chairman Withers sent an email earlier today that the executive session does have to be postponed to a future meeting. So with that, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Congratulations again, everyone. Thank you very much.